Alrighty then, everybody. Welcome back to the Refresh Point. My name is Ben, and as always, I'm joined by my constant co-host, Steve. Steve, how's it going?
I am tired. It has been a long weekend.
It has certainly been a long weekend.
But it was a weekend full of Weiss Schwarz.
It was a weekend full of Weiss Schwarz. I do have to edit the music back onto this later. It is going to be incredibly funny. So we're going to be just talking about the Ohio Summer Soulstice 2026 event, our experience, the highs, the unironically many incredible lows somehow, but mostly the highs.
Yeah.
After you shuffle your decks, tap or cut. And we'll get right into the refresh point with some breaking news. Box won the Ohio Summer Solstice singles event with Summer Pockets, he's sitting right over there, and who the co-commentator Jason said on the stream he didn't believe that it was very good and that Dow, piloted by Nick, was probably better. But Box did end up winning the event.
Yeah, so,
You have to hold both mics up.
I have to hold, okay.
No, I'm holding one mic
okay.
to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, it's one of those things where when two high-level meta decks play against each other, sometimes game state can really provide context to who should be winning. But also, Box has been playing that deck almost exclusively for months, so his knowledge of how he needs to win, what game states are favorable, and how those matchups play out is probably higher than anyone in the room in terms of what he knows about his deck against those decks. Now, I think Dow is great, but I think some of it does come down to knowing what you need to do to win and being able to lean towards that.
Yeah, I wonder if he has anything to say about that. Hey, Box! Box! Over there. Hey, Andrew. You have anything to say about your win? Do you have anything to say about your win? He said, NA is free, baby. And quote that. Clip that in the podcast that we cut out of this VOD right afterwards. Easy as you like. Why do I enable him? He's the winner. He gets exactly one winner's quote. Nah, it says Aaron the TO. But, sometimes it is what it is.
Yeah, that's actually the worst part of this whole thing, is that he came over to the U.S. from Japan and then won. So we're just going to have to hear about shit we are for a while. And I guess we deserve it. But,
yeah, hold that there, and I can hold this for you.
But maybe Worlds is I don't know, maybe this is all a wake-up call that NA players need to, sharpen up. Come on, play better. I don't know, including myself.
Yeah, sometimes unlucky. In the rest of that top 8, we had a smattering of decks. We had Dal, we had Uma, we had. Did Chinese Steins Gate make it to the top 8? Yes. And somebody's team had to play against it today in trios. Isn't that excellent?
Yeah. So it's cool to see the Chinese sets get to be played in a truly chaotic format where they can be put up against the best that Japan has and the best that English has, and it's very rare to see these type of metas. So that's kind of fun and exciting. So these type of community events hopefully will continue to happen and get bigger, because we get to have these very unique experiences where people can really exercise their brains and think about how a deck can win in just a very complicated sort of meta.
Yeah, certainly. And we had the opportunity to play some sets and play against some sets that really weren't legal. Pixar made it onto the stream in 2 different variations, in fact. As previously mentioned, there's Chinese Steins Gate. There's also Chinese P5X going on, which, Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I mean, I see one of the Pixar players right over there. He's looking over at me. Burn Juan. Easy as you like. Just Luca, Night Fever, something like that. We ran a stream. We are now, well, I don't know how long the first stream was because it got interrupted by the hotel Wi-Fi. But the current stream has been running for 3 hours. And the other stream started at 11. And it's now 8. It's now 9:30. So that's about 10 hours today. And it was about 10 and a half hours last night. And I think one thing to take away is that it was proposed this year that we did not have a timer for all of Top Cut, which was a top 16. And I'm looking at what are the reasons why it shouldn't have been that way right now. He just walked past me.
Yeah.
And he knows exactly who he is. He knows exactly who he is. And he's looking at me in shame because he knows exactly who he is.
Yeah. Maybe we shouldn't have untimed Weiss. I think adding a little extra time can make it easier to kind of think about what lines are being played and how to play them. But yeah, maybe not fully untimed. That gets a little, because the games are pretty casual. People are usually really nice, and so like in between that and explaining cards, you're gonna be there for an hour.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, not to call him out too hard, but I am calling him out a little bit. I had to sit there for 40 minutes of that whole final, knowing for a full fact that the Data Live players sculpted a refresh counter on like turn 2. And then this guy has the gall to say to me after I come out of the streaming area, I forgot I had it. And what am I supposed to say to that? I've been staring at this card in his hand for 45 minutes. Like, man, just... And there was, okay, to be fair, there was a world that he was able to not play it, block perfect, and really probably live. But also, that means you had to live across the refresh point. And at the end of the day, he recognized that he had forgotten about it. And I think that just speaks to the nature of a long tournament, especially one that ran for nearly 10 and a half hours.
Yeah, I think the other thing is that we saw some real questionable stuff at the end of trios today. So I think that it's just hard to play a very long tournament. Like, your mind can blank out because of a lot of reasons. It's hungry, tired, undercaffeinated, whatever. And you can make some truly questionable plays that lead to not so good results. So it's unfortunate when it happens. You hate to watch, and like, because of the nature of the way the commentary works, we're actually like watching it happen live and like there's nothing. We're just like staring at it with our eyes as wide as possible. But yeah, I mean, it's just like long tournaments are hard, guys. They're just hard.
And I think the thing is, not only was there one long tournament, going into the end of the trios Top Cut, you were going now to the end of 2 long tournaments. And the level of play was, when you're sitting at home, you know, we saw some chatters, you know, sitting back, relaxing, and they're sitting at home, they're like, why did he do that? That was horrible. That was perhaps the most ginormous throw I have ever seen in my life. And the craziest part is, I think during the trio stream today, I think I had the opportunity to say that sentence 4 times. And that's tough. That's tough beats. The throws just kept getting worse and worse progressively over the course of the day. It started, and I'm not going to say out their names. They don't deserve that. You can look back at the VOD, and you can see who they are if you want. But it started with a Licorico player looking at a Mob Psycho player dead in the eyes with the full setup. Mob Psycho is at 2-5. 32 zeros in the Mob Psycho player's deck. They are dead to rights. This is wrapped up. There is nothing that they can do to prevent this beating happening right now, except for the Licorico player full out forgetting to marker the Chisato in his hand underneath the Takana and just going to attacks.
Yeah. That's pretty tough.
And And even more than that, God, what even were the routes? Do I want to remember? There were a few throws. There were a few throws today. Man. I think that just got overridden at the... I mean, there were... Oh, yeah, that's right. It wasn't a throw, technically, because he didn't lose. Okay? But there was a Tails player who has 2 crests and the funny Icy Tail card. Now,
Yeah.
if you know what the funny Icy Tail card is, the funny Icy Tail card says, on attack, pay 1 as many times as you want, and Icy Tail 1 for climaxes. All right? And you know what this guy does? He's got this guy dead to rights, and this is how. The Oshinoko player, Resolve Akane, heals to 3-0. Tails player, swing with crest. Hit, burn, cancel, whatever. Swing with crest, and they state before the Icy Tail is that the Oshinoko player is at 3-3. All right? There's 1 climax left in the deck. There's a good amount of cards left in the deck, too. So if you find the climax on the bottom of the deck, you've got 3, 4, 5 clean cards to swing with to really lock it up, take care of business, and he attacks. All right? Mill 1, clean. Mill 2, find the climax. It's lit. We did it. This is into a direct lane, no resource. This is 3, deck size of 4, perfect lethal. And because he was worried about time and he didn't count the climaxes, he didn't want to take the time to check, he pays out the rest of his 4 stock, pays out all of the 4 clean cards in the Oshinoko player's deck, and then immediately, never punished. Sticks to 3 anyways. You have something to say about that? He's right there. You want to say something about that? Yeah, you can come on stream and say something about it if you want. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
You guys can have a face to go with it.
Yeah. We can have a face to go with it. Yeah. Do you have any way to defend yourself for that play? No. Put that mic. I'm gonna hold this one. You put that mic up to your mouth.
Okay, so in my defense, there was a 5-minute timer called right before my turn, so I didn't know how much time there was. So I didn't think about stopping to be like, okay, how many climaxes you're at? Because I didn't want to be in the middle of counting and then them go, time is up because this man yelled at me and not wanting a double loss on stream.
So it's my fault. You're trying to pin this on me?
No, I'm not pinning this on you. I'm just pinning this on me playing fast. Like if I like remembered that was the last climax, I would have stopped there.
That's valid.
But the real thing though is I just did it for the bit for the chat. Is this real? He's about to throw a chat.
Is he about to throw a chat? Chat, is this real? It was, and you deservedly should have lost. If there was any justice in this world, you would have lost that game.
Oh, I got my just desserts in top cut when I went from 2-0 to 3-4 with 7 and 23.
Sometimes karma's a little late. All right, thanks for hopping on.
Yeah, what's crazy about that is that we just saw so many questionable outcomes, and part of it is that what you just said, where I don't know, after 20 hours of gameplay, I mean, are you really gonna be playing at your absolute peak? I don't think so. You have to be kind of deranged to be able to keep that kind of keep everything about you for that long. So it happens.
Yeah. And I'm going to really add on to the work that I have later. We're gonna take a look at some ambitious decks, because we had a lot of ambitious decks today. Do you remember the decks that we all saw today? Some of the most crazy ones. There was a Prisma Ilia Kaleidoscope deck that was in the top 8 of this tournament.
So when my team was discussing how to outlay the points, part of the things we were talking about was what is the best 0-point deck, because that'll let you play one of the broken decks. And one of my teammates unironically was like, I think it's actually Prisma Ilia. It's not the best deck, but it's explosive and it's got enough pieces to do some stuff. So if you wanted to squeeze Assault Lily or Overlord or some nonsense into your team, then yeah, maybe that seems reasonable. I think the only thing I didn't really see that many like psycho decks where it was just like, how are you existing? But I mean, we had Chain Chronicle on stream.
Yeah, we did.
And we had a smattering of every Chinese set. I think I saw all of them. And then a lot of it was just, I don't know, people brought their tournament decks from yesterday and just kind of sent it. And like, yeah, Toho, like the most powerful shit that can be in a Japanese meta.
I can't believe that we had 2 max rarity Toho decks in the same room at the same time. I think there were 2 different builds too. Like, actually, I see one of the players who had it. Did you have the max? Do you have the PR like plus the secret whatever? No, you didn't have it. The other guy he left earlier. Who had the max rarity Toho deck had like the PR plus or whatever. That was crazy. Like, how do people just have that? I don't know.
I mean, there's Max and then there's Max. And
that's the same reason why I'll never have like a good max rarity Revue Starlight deck, because I'll never have an English Starlight ever in my lifetime.
No, they don't. I'm fully believe they don't exist, or if they do exist, they're in the hands of like true fans who will never, ever, ever let them go.
And that's right, and you're right about that. I mean, some of the other ambitious stuff we had today. I mean, yeah. I mean, that's really the highlights. Here's Chain Chronicles. Like there's Chain Chronicles. Like, that is crazy. I saw a Revue player. He was walking up to me. He was playing two soul something. Which one of the players in the server does have max rarity, which is very funny. What else? Did I even notice anything else that was particularly ambitious? I don't think so. But like I could be mistaken. But once we get the full stats from this event, then we're really gonna have a good idea of the full ambition that was present. But even so, just like, man, some of the point shenanigans going on. Like, it was said that there were specifically, some decks that were all in the 1 point or all in the 0 point tier, and some of them were definitely better than others. And that was just the life you were living. And in that sense, I think it made the event fun because we had there was that little mini game, right? What is truly the best 0 point deck? I wonder what some people's answers are. I guess some of those people are in the room. Hey, oh nope, Aaron's actually not in here. True. Hey, Haru, what do you think the best 0 point deck was in the format? He doesn't even know what the 0 point decks are. You have an opinion? No, don't look at him. There's like a bajillion of them, and that's true. That's the thing. I think at some point, I can give you the list. In fact, a helpful Alexander in the audience is giving the list over to a few people to examine. And so the brain trust is getting together to figure out what the best 0 point deck is.
I'll tell you what I think the best 1 point deck is.
All right, yeah, hit me up.
So I was looking at the 1 point decks. I played a 1 point deck. Okay, Chinese Fate, not reasonable, right? They put Yuru Camp at 1 point.
They did.
There ain't no way that's a 1 point deck. There ain't no way. If you look at the 1 point decks, Yuru Camp would take like 80% of those decks to the woodshed. Like that's just a fact. So,
yeah, for sure. I think the brain trust is deliberating on the 0 point decks. There's so many because they have to have given up at some point, or they're just like, I mean, whatever. Like that's probably garbage. It's probably not worth thinking about. That deck's 8 years old. What's up? Makaine.
Yeah.
One player in the audience guesses Makaine as the best 0 point.
That was the other one we were talking about. It was either Prisma Ilya or Makaine.
And the Gia Bunko was 1 point. You know what? I forgot about that. And Hari was a 0 point deck. Yes, that's one of the answers from the audience.
I mean, here's the thing. What if you couldn't play your climaxes?
Huh.
I know, so I'm saying, like, Haruhi can keep you from playing your climaxes.
Yeah, I know. I know that the 8 standby doesn't necessarily play that, but like it could. Oh, they do. Then yeah, exactly. What if you couldn't play your climaxes? What if you just stopped playing climaxes? Why would you not play it? I don't think you wouldn't play it. I guess I don't remember what the color split was.
It's green, but yeah. It's green, but yeah.
Okay. All right, man. All right. My bad, bro.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, man. So yeah. That's yeah. It was a good vibe.
Yeah, and I do think it's better to be like more loose than more restrictive. Like at the end of the day, trios and especially trying to assign points, it's all for fun anyway. So like trying to maximize that while not letting people just play the most degenerate things imaginable is kind of the goal. So in that sense, the goal was achieved. I saw a ton of unique stuff. So that's very cool.
All right, we're really testing my ability to go back over this VOD and like put music onto it. We're gonna head into what I think it was the content farm. What was our like whatever? We had a trip segment, whatever. This trip was interesting. We're currently sitting in the ballroom. We've got a new interface that would have been useful had I remembered an XLR cable. I think importantly for me, I just need to like, I probably just need to not overwork. So I've been working a lot over the last 2 months, including some truly egregious hours. And that's led to just not being super prepared for this event. I think it showed in my commentary, even though I think it was fine. I think it showed in, I just packed it for the event, like very haphazardly. I forgot a portable monitor, so I bought one, which means I do get to have 3 at the next solstice, which will be very good. I did have to buy a new USB hub, but I did manage to buy a Stream Deck before the tournament and before flying out, and that has truly been the GOAT device. I think the clock and level and the scenes and the motion graphic, we used that double trigger graphic like fucking 12 times, I swear to God. And we got to get more graphics. We got to get like a 4-to-row graphic, a slam graphic, climax refresh point graphic. You know, there's so many Weissisms that make for excellent motion graphics in Weiss play. Add a little sound effect. Is like double trigger. Boom, boom.
Yeah, I think the more we stream, the more we improve at it, and the more we think about like ways we can get even better at it. So hopefully we get as many stream opportunities for this upcoming season as we got last season, which I think last season we got more than ever. And then like we'll do it at any event you let us do it at. So like hit us up.
I mean that's financially feasible.
Yeah.
I mean I don't know. I think there was an angle to go somewhere, but it was in literally January, and like it was next to a BCS, and it was a little cooked. But truly, I mean, we're down. We're down to clown. We could do a remote setup too, like as if you can give us a video feed, like we'll try to make it happen. Surely. One thing that I definitely want to do, if we also do another live refresh point, excuse me, is getting a splitter. And the way that an aux splitter works, or even just an extra aux cable works, is that I go to this interface right here, I go to the back, it's his output, and then I connect that one to that speaker to our right, and instead of me holding a mic and having a headset for my audio and your audio, we just have the audio pipe out to all the same places.
Yeah, I mean, that would be ideal considering this weird 2-mic setup that I have to use. But yeah, I mean it's one of those things where it's just like the more it comes up, the more you think about it, the more you think how we can improve it. But I think the big takeaway for me is that after talking for 20 straight hours, yeah, you're just gonna need to be quiet for like 3 full days to let your throat recover. Like it's gonna be you worked to death, dude. That was crazy.
It was truly interesting. And, hey, actually, shout-outs to the chairman over there. He's standing over there. He brought Giant Toad to this event. Yeah, you brought Giant Toad to this event. That is one of the best formats I have ever seen or played. It's excellent. You should go watch the video. It's really cool. It's really fun. And we're also... Okay, so the funny thing is, this is the first technical refresh point episode that we have done with the camera. So this is us. Now, normally we look like even more slumped down and different because we have like a mic stand and we're using different mics that sound different. They sound a little bit better, but you know, that's the vibe. And truly, we're just gonna save up to buy a second headset. We're just gonna save up to buy a second headset. One that fits Steve better. This one fits me better. I've been told. I haven't felt any discomfort. I've been using it for most of today. Steve has used it before and has felt great discomfort.
Yeah, I think to talk about the Giant Toad thing is like, Giant Toad is one of those like little exercises that Weiss players never go through that can teach you a lot about how to approach like a multi-phase portion of the game, where you need to think about not just what happens right just now, but what's going to happen in the future and what it looks like, and how to maintain resources in a very resource restrictive situation, which can come up. It doesn't come up nearly as often in a modern Weiss setting, but in old Weiss, it was very common. And so this is a good way to like get some exercise on like, oh, well, this turn is fine, but what about next turn? Oh, next turn is fine, but what about the following turn? Things like that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think given that we're streaming on YouTube, we have like better opportunities to like instant replays or whatnot. I think we legitimately have to bribe hired staff to be an observer, to be commentators, the like, because usually in like a full broadcast setting, you'd have even a second PC that's for the shadow PC or whatnot, or for the shadow player or whatever, that you kind of just have like a little bit behind the broadcast, and then they can set up like an instant replay at any time. You switch to their feed, you show the instant replay, you continue commentating on it, so on and so forth. That kind of thing would be pretty cool, especially for stuff like whenever somebody like double, triple triggers, and then like you go into the next play and they're not doing anything for 5 minutes, and you can just go back and be like, right, this really did happen, and now what are we doing now?
I think the thing that we need to figure out, and I'm sure other card games have the same problem and have figured it out in a more elegant way, but in a portable way, what I would like to have is something that we can attach to the edge of the table on the stream table, where the player puts their hand so that I can both see their hand and see their opponent's hand, so that we can actually talk about like possibilities in a finite way, instead of being like, I think he has a climax, but I can't really see what he's holding. So like what I was thinking is like either like a thing like in Scrabble where it like sits on the board and like you put your hand on it and then the camera has visibility to it, or a thing that sits on the edge of the table that's slanted towards you where the top-down camera can see it, but your opponent can't see it.
Yeah, and that would be nice. It would be, I guess it could be tricky in the way of people tend to like to hold their hands, you know, is the way of the world, obviously. But it would be cool to have like a real dedicated set way. I think we've outgrown this tripod. It's fine. It can capture the gameplay, but you really do need something that's a little more like high up,
better camera,
like better camera, higher up, like better vantage point, etc., etc. Because using the phone is also not ideal. Even if you could get it higher up with some of these like phone tripods. I know some people have done it, so like, but that's for just capturing gameplay. So like maybe for a streaming setup, you would truly want to have something different, which is fine. Just, you know, you gotta kind of figure that stuff out. Yeah, there were Canadian wildfires this weekend. We had to wear masks coming in because of the smoke. I don't think I took a picture. Did you take a picture?
I did. It just kind of looks like what California used to look like before they started implementing like a lot of laws to protect themselves, where it was just like very smoggy. And then when you went outside, it's like being too close to a barbecue. If you've ever been really close to one, it's really nice for 5 minutes, and then after that, it's pretty horrible. So it cleared up quickly, which was nice. But yeah, pretty miserable on day of.
Yeah, certainly. So, you know. Yeah.
You ready to go home?
Well, I mean, I think I have like 2 more things to address, and then we'll wrap up the stream. Aaron Leah. No? You're definitely not coming up. You don't wanna say thank you to everybody who came to the tournament or came to the tournament or helped run the tournament or all the stuff like that or whatever. Would you like to would you like to say something? Would you like to come into frame and say something?
Yes, thank you to everyone that's attended Summer Solstice. This was literally our biggest one yet. This small grassroots event that is just completely player run and organized has now eclipsed even official Bushiroad tournaments in North America, and that is just something insane to think about, going from the basement of my locals 2 years ago to a literal hotel ballroom. It's like I can't thank all the people attending, all the people that actually showed up to help out, all the sponsors and everything. Just I can't thank them enough. It's insane to me.
Now we should probably not say too much more sitting inside the ballroom about the venue, but thank you for having us. Their event coordinator was great to work with, and all things considered, they were rather accommodating. So that was good. That was good vibes. And to really round out the funniness of what I'm going to have to edit later, now imagine if we get 200 plus. Yeah. What do you think? Next year, 200?
No. Maybe. I don't know. I'm at least hoping we get the same number, but we'll see.
Yeah. So, final funny bit before we wrap up. This is going to be a refresh point without a spike horn. Truly, it was actually the whole podcast the whole time. So actually, we're always in the spike corner. But
that's what we always.
But in particular, what is it? We just heard it last episode. Do you hear that, Steve?
No. What?
It's a whale sighting. As it turns out. You know, I'm editing that in. I have to add a button for that in the future, actually. That's what I should do.
Yeah.
Add a button to play the whale noise on during recording. Because, my fucking God, these people are rich. What? Like, Max Chain Chronicles? Max Prisma Ilia Colitis? 2 Max Tohos? 2! There were 2 Max Toho players at this tournament. Max Summer Pockets. Max, whatever the hell. There was probably a Max Shiny Mask, Gaku Mask thing here. This is Ohio Fest. We know what we're doing. There was a Max Grand Blue. That set just came out. How do you have Max Grand Blue Fantasy already? You just get that express ship from UUT. You bought like the express shipping. They just shoot that into your house.
I have long maintained that these card game players have more money than sense, and they will quickly be separated from it as soon as their favorite thing decides to happen. And so Grand Blue is one of those things that's like very cool video game, very cool like setting and aesthetic. And so, of course, and the SPs look so much better than the regular cards. It's actually terrifying. So the regular cards kind of look like ass because the background is just like some dude standing against a totally blank background. But now, like, you got the SPs, though. Those look pretty banging. So, yeah.
Yeah, the amount of whales that we've sighted here at this tournament outscales nearly any tournament we've ever been to. We showed Max Rarity Mob Psycho in round 1. He had 4 of the secret restanders. My God. I can't do it. I can't. I'm 90% sure that guy I'm looking at owns Max Rarity Kaiju number 8.
Or at least close.
Yeah. Just like, brother. My the gods, man.
Where's your Max Rarity Batman?
Where's my Max Rarity Batman in fucking hell, man? You think I'm going to get 4 Worlds promos?
There's a Worlds promo?
It's the 3-2 finisher.
Oh, I mean, can't we just settle for the SSPs?
Yeah, we're the SPs.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's where Max Rarity Batman is. In hell, brother. I've taken it down to just personally having fucking Robbie Smith sign my climaxes and 1 combos for me.
I mean, that's a solid move. That's a great move.
Yeah. It's a lot more reasonable. Oh man. Was there any max rarity? Of course there were max rarity waifu decks. WCXK dash?
And Max Uma, yeah.
There is definitely also a Max Uma. There was a Max Tails. The Tails deck that we had on stream today was max rarity.
Yeah. I bought my playset from that guy.
Well, there you go. You're helping fund it. You're helping.
I'm part of the problem.
You're part of the problem. You're part of the problem. But all things considered, it was a pretty fun event. Yeah, where did you know what? Where did you source Max Chain Chronicles? Did you just have that for a while? Yeah, he's just had it for years. So he got in on it early. That's how he has it.
That's because Dan is a Weiss boomer, and he's part of he's us. He's part of us, not y'all. Y'all are not us.
Right.
All right?
Right.
We were playing pre-COVID. Okay?
Yeah, my fucking bad, bro. I was in fucking high school. Yeah, my bad.
Just say that you're poor. I don't know what to tell you.
What the hell, man? Of course I was poor. You think I could work a job that would actually pay me in high school?
I mean, skill issue.
True.
All right, unlucky. Anyway.
Unlucky. I also didn't know that Weiss Schwarz existed.
Born too late to have Max Rarity Chronicles, Chain Chronicles. Born too early to, I don't know, something.
Yeah, that's the grift. All right. At least I have Review Starlight. I do have a Max Rarity Review Starlight list. It does not include any Starlights, and thus, it is safely Max Rarity. Just don't tell Andrew that. Well, here's the thing. The funny thing is, it's actually just profitable not to run any of the fucking Starlights anyway. They're old-ass cards from set 1. None of them do jack diddly shit. Except for the Twin Driver, who Sparkfire is rightly calling me out for. But you could probably get away without running that specific Twin Driver. Depending on the deck, depending on the context. Yeah, if you're not running yellow, you can get away without running the Twin Driver. So, I'm not running yellow. There are so many whales, and now you'll have to hunt them, Steven. You cited a few of them. You'll have to hunt them. Because what did you win from the raffle today?
I won a case of Brown Dust 2.
This guy won a case of Brown Dust 2.
It was literally in my hands for 30 full seconds. It was crazy.
Oh, you already sold it.
It's gone. It's been gone. I held it in my hands for 30 seconds before a kind gentleman decided that he wanted to purchase it, and I looked up the cost of what a case of Brown Dust 2 costs. Turns out 52k yen ain't what it used to be. That's $320. So, for 300 US, I mean, it's gone. The case is gone.
So he sold the case for $300. Easy as you like. And that's MSRP.
Roughly.
You just sold it for MSRP.
Yeah, 320 is MSRP. Yeah, 320. 320 is MSRP. $20 a homie discount's correct.
And the yen is monopoly money.
That's what I'm saying. Is anyway, apparently the case was cracked. He was very excited. It was a cracked case.
Well, that's good for that guy, and I suppose that's good for you.
Yes.
So you already did. What's up? One man's trash is another man's treasure. That's right.
Facts.
That's right from that man right there in the audience. So what did we learn, Steven?
We learned we should not try to get food at 12:30 anywhere in Cleveland because all the kitchens are closed. And just play the good decks and you'll do well. Just play the good don't think about it too much. Just play the good decks and you'll do well. Don't play the good decks, you get what you get.
True. Why don't this is a true Texan statement. These motherfuckers got to get like a Whataburger or something. I'm saying, man, what the hell? No fast food restaurants even open. Not even the McDonald's was open 24/7. Like, what the hell is up with that? Which one? Taco Bell. Not the lobby.
Yeah, what am I gonna do? Walk to the drive-thru? What? Yeah. Anyway, yeah. But yeah, it looks like everything's gonna wrap up kind of in time today, hopefully. But yeah, it was a great weekend for Weiss Schwarz. Love community events, so that's what we really learned is that we need to have more community events and support community events with our money and our time and sponsors and things like that. Because without that, we can't have cool stuff like this. And also, you need to start charging. If you're going to work for 24 hours, I'm going to need you to love yourself enough to charge them. Not a lot, but like a little, right?
I mean, I got free food.
Great.
Awesome. They should have given me the air
You should have. That's right.
They should have given me the air fryer. My roommates kind of gunked up the older one. I had to throw it out.
That would have, yeah.
It was unfortunate. Just get paid in Starlight. Oh man, what's minimum wage right now? Minimum wage
$7.25.
$7.25.
Times 20. That's like $150.
$150.
Yeah.
So homie discount $120.
Yeah, I mean that's like slave labor. Sure, yeah, sure. That would at least.
I mean, $120 and free food.
Yeah. Okay. Then that would. I mean,
is Aaron here? Can he do the contract negotiation?
I think he has a box with all the money. So.
Yeah, Aaron Leon. Thoughts on what is it? Just shake your head, yes or no. Thoughts on me charging you $120 in free food to do better production next year. What? He says what?
No. Why?
I've been doing it for free for 2 years.
Why?
And now this guy gets mad. I'm charging him less than minimum wage.
Why is my man working for free on this stream?
Dude, I pay you for your food? The water's free?
You said the water's free.
The water's free. Wow.
He gave me discounted alcohol. You know, the funny thing is the amount of food and alcohol that he directly made available to me is unironically probably around $70 at least.
Yeah.
He gave me 2 shots. You gave me 2 shots and a watermelon sugar high. But that's and somebody's holding up a mango shot here that we have for some reason. I'm not going to drink that on the street.
This is how YouTube gets us right here.
This is how YouTube gets us right here. Plus the free food. No, the free food was included in the 70. I'm pretty sure, to be honest.
Yeah. So next year we'll drop a formal contract.
We'll drop a formal.
We can't let these frauds get away with letting you work as a slave for 2 days.
See, the problem is then that's how they'll get somebody to undercut us. That's the bit, right?
Yeah.
That's
Good luck with that.
goes.
Good luck with that. Good luck with that. That's all I'm saying.
All right. Well,
You ready?
It's been a good time.
Yeah. Been a great time.
We've had a great time here. $17 an hour of Cali minimum wage for food and alcohol.
True. We got to get those Cali wages.
Get the Cali minimum wages. Yeah, shout outs to him. All right, they're doing mango shots in the corner. My name's Ben. That's Steven. That's all for us for now. So, what is it? So tune in next time, and don't you forget to take the refresh point.